Okay, I'm up in the Blewett Pass area, and I've came in here. This is an area where I had found green pitcher Jasper. Quite the view out there. All around it here's a pretty good view. But one of the things about this area, and it looks like there's going to be some wind. I hope there's not too much wind noise. Is bears. I was in here last year, not here, but up the ridge farther, and when I was coming out I had a bear parallel me along the path, and then I stopped and it came down and crossed in front of me, and once it saw me it took off, and that's when I decided at that point I was going to definitely purchase some bear spray. But as I can see right over here, they've been in here already, and so I'll be a little vigilant. I shouldn't have any problems, but you never know. Every once in a while they get curious. But I go down over here in an area that I found a couple years ago where there's big veins of jasper, green, and I did find blue jasper also. Hopefully I can find some more blue. That'd be nice. So, well, I'm going to go down in there and see if I can dig up some stuff. Okay, this area here, this is stuff that's come out of a vein which I found up in there someplace. I found a nice vein of jasper up in there, and I buried it, reburied it. So now I have a general idea where it's at, but not positive. But as you can see, there's just a lot of float here, like this piece right here. And let me break this in two, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, I broke a little bit of this up, and you can see that it has some pretty good designs in there. And this was just small pieces here. And this stuff tumbles real nicely. You gotta be careful with some of this, because like anything, when you're messing with massive stuff, not all of it's great. So that's why I'll throw it in the tumbler, and then it'll show me what's the better stuff. But this hillside here, there's a lot of veins in this hillside. And you can find quite large pieces. I pulled out a piece out of here about 40 pounds a couple years ago, and it was a quite nice piece to work with. So I'm gonna dig up in there and see if I can find a vein again, and I'm gonna go over probably about 50 feet to the right of me. I found blue jasper, and it had yellow in it and things like that. But this is just float that's up here. I don't know how much of it's real good. I might take a couple of the small pieces here. I'm more interested in that blue because I have enough of the other. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, is go on over there and see if I can find some blue. Okay, I came over to this other side, and I am seeing some, I don't know if here, that's got some blue. It's more of a gray there. That's not really what I'm looking for. But it was in this area. It's got blue with yellow in it, and it polished up really good too. Here's another piece over here. That's got lots of holes in it. So leave that piece. just not quite what I'm looking for. Maybe I'll have to go down this hill a bit and see if I can find a good sized piece. So I guess that's what I'll do. I'll work down in that stuff down there and see if I can find something. Okay, this was a little more of what I was looking for. I think if I cut that, I should be able to get something good out of it. So I'll hang on to this piece. And that little piece there, I can probably throw that in a tumbler and there's probably something in there. It's kind of different when you see this blue, white, and you'll get yellow. This here will be a yellow when you polish it. It's really contrasting. So I think I'll hang on to those few pieces there. And this piece here, yeah, this one's been out on the surface a lot. But I was just right up there. And I'll leave those pieces right there, and then I'll go down the hill a little bit farther. Looks like there's another piece right there, but I don't know if it's... Yeah, I think I'll leave that piece. I have searched for the vein in here that's underground. I've dug trenches across there a couple years ago. You know, I went about 20 feet and every 5 foot till it was down into this level right in here, and I never did come across it. So the vein may have been right on top and it's just busted up and went down the hill here behind me. So I'll work down a little bit farther and see what else I can get out of here. Okay, I was just down in there and didn't really see a whole lot. I have a feeling when these big pieces get rolling here, they go down quite a ways, and that's quite a hill. So I'm going to grab just a few of these here and see what I can get out of them. And I'll go back up in there and see if I can find a vein. If not, I can get more than enough material just off the surface up in here. There's some large pieces, so I can get enough for what I want. And I'll kind of scout around, see if I can find any area where a vein is showing. That wind's starting to pick up here. So I won't spend too much time up in here. Okay. This is quite the view up here. And when I found this, I had come up this hill here. I was down there looking for agates, and I came up this and I started to find the trail of the Jasper, so I followed it up, and that's when I got into that area there. So now I've been coming into these areas by myself, which I don't care to do a whole lot, but my rockhounding partner that I had for years, he's kind of gotten to the point in the stage of his life where he can't climb up these hills anymore. So, and now I've noticed that if I'm out here by myself, I get deeper into areas, more remote areas, and then I come across more wildlife as a result of that. As I've gotten into areas over in here where I see a lot more bear sign, cougar sign, and wolf sign, and other things you see sign of. So you got to be careful out here. And I just haven't found anybody that really wants to really hike into these areas. A lot of people say they do, but getting them out here is another thing. So I just kind of head on out on my own. Yeah, I didn't see nothing down this way other than just some agates. I'll work back up that other side, see what I find. Okay, I found where I dug that vein. It's right here. Some of the rock I threw back in is kind of washed back out. There'd probably be a pretty good piece to work right there. But it was going right up through there. And you can see it kind of surfaced. Yeah, see that there's down in the vein right there. If I dug down in there, I'd find a pretty good hunk. And you can see some of the small color right there. Yeah, there's no lack of material to work here. That brown there, that's not all that pretty. But yeah, that just goes up there, and over in there there's more also. I'm gonna go back over on that side there. That's back up to where I saw that bear crap. But I think there's some veins that surface over there. And I have a feeling this whole hill in here, if you were able to strip it off, you'd find vein after vein in here. And probably some pretty good material. Okay, I was just right there on the other side of that log. That's where that vein was. That log there, a bear has come up here and he moved it to see if there was anything under it. But now I came up here, and right here I have a feeling there's a vein. I can see quite a bit of surface material right in here. So that kind of tells me there's a vein probably somewhere in this area. If I dug around in here, I'd probably find it. And that's getting closer to that blue. That's interesting. There. And there I might hang on to and throw in the tumbler. So yeah, there's quite a bit on this hillside. I'm gonna work my way over to there, and then I got more than enough material right now for me. And I haven't even really disturbed it. You probably in a week or so you won't even know I was here. Yeah, I've just walked up from there, and now I got up here. I did find a agate. Just a little corner there showing. That more than likely going to turn gray. That's one of the bad tricks about agate in the Tiana way. You'll get them and they'll look blue and you'll be happy, and when you get home you'll get them all out there and you'll wonder what happened to the nice ones you found, because they all turn gray. And that's what this one will do. I'll hang on to it, but that's just a thing. That's why blues out here are very rare. But they're out here. But you don't find very many of them that'll hold their color. I had a good day yesterday up there in the mountains, and this is what I brought back. This here's a piece of that blue. Maybe in this morning light it might not be the easiest to see. I think I should be able to get something out of that. That's that smaller piece which I'm going to tumble. And I had a couple of these smaller ones of the pitcher. Get some lighting a little better here. That's kind of hard to... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a nice solid little piece. I'll tumble those two pieces. This one here, I'll have to cut this one in half. Hopefully, when you get these breaks in here, sometimes they'll go all the way through and they'll just be pieces. And I'm hoping maybe down inside there it won't do that. Here's another, that blue. Looks like it has some calcite crystals here on the edge. This here's another piece of that blue. This one here, I think something good will come out of this. It's pretty solid right up in this area up in here. Down in here, that's some of the host rock. But there is a section just in that upper area. And this is another piece of that green. You can see some of the veining in here. And back down in this area in here, I might be able to get something out of there. There'll be a lot of little pieces in here that'll be okay, like this here and there. But yeah, I had a good day up there. It was still a little chilly up there. That's pretty high elevation, and you're hiking those hills. It's easy to get winded up there too, as I noticed yesterday. But that's all part of the thing when you're hauling rock and going uphill and you're in high elevation. You're going to get tired. But okay. Well, that was it, and hope you enjoy the video.